Achieving emotional balance at work. Here are 4 strategies. Emotions are neither good nor bad in themselves. They're signals, information that tells you you need to pay attention in one way or another. If a colleague crosses one of your boundaries, you may feel angry. Someone else may have a different working style to you, which irritates you. You may lose a team member because they've moved to another team or even company, and you feel sad. The question is, how can you balance your emotions and help your team to do the same so you can all perform to the best of your ability? I'm Julie Silfverberg, and this is Success Partners. Aristotle said, anybody can become angry. That's easy. But to be angry with the right person, to the right degree, and at the right time, and for the right purpose, and in the right way, that's not in everybody's power. That's not easy. This is from The Art of Rhetoric. So to paraphrase Aristotle, there's a time and a place for everything. Now, it's important to realise you'll inevitably experience emotion. You can't not. You can choose to accept it or reject it. But if you reject it, you'll find it's bubbling away in the background, waiting for an opportunity to surface. Although sometimes you just need to distract yourself and focus on something else for a bit, while you can figure out what exactly is going on for you. When you're at work, this is especially true. If you find there's lots of inherent stress during the day, you may find it hard to keep from emotional overload while working. When you add client interactions or challenges with co-workers, it's easy to hit a wall. So let's look at 4 strategies for how you can deal with strong emotions, even when you're at work. Of course, you can use this in the home setting as well. 1. Go easy on yourself and others. Learning not to let problems get to you while you're working is vital. Everyone makes mistakes from time to time. Nobody's perfect, not even you or me. So if you or your co-workers screw up, make a conscious effort to extend a little mercy. It won't help to blow a gasket, especially when they probably already feel bad for making a mess of things. The same goes for you. Accept mistakes. No mistakes, no learning. If you're not making any mistakes, perhaps you're not extending yourself. When a mistake occurs, yours or someone else's, take a moment to breathe. Acknowledge and identify the feeling, then redirect the emotion to action. What can be done to mitigate the disaster? I know, disaster may be too strong of a word. Okay, so what can be done to rectify the situation? Choose to learn from the experience and focus on a solution. Then you'll find your emotions stay under better control. 2. Talk about it. You need to feel able to express your emotions at work, because if you suppress them, they grow into resentment or anger. This is the last thing you want. With minor issues, you should be able to speak directly to your co-worker. Express how you're feeling and talk to them about next steps. To do this, use I statements. Be very conscious of your tone of voice and body language. Suggestions for how to phrase things, for example, first of all, state the situation. I've noticed this is the 3rd time you're late this week. Then, how you're feeling. I feel frustrated that I need to repeat the importance of being on time. Finally, what you want. I want you to be at your desk by 9 o'clock. If there's a more pressing problem with a customer or co-worker, turn to a supervisor for help. Talk to them about what's going on and express how you feel. Again, use the I statements and ask for their input or suggestions as to next steps to find a solution. In serious matters which involved heavy emotion, you might need to involve HR or hold discussions mediated by your manager. 3. Touch base. When someone around you is becoming overwhelmed with their emotions, the best thing you can do is ask, "How can I help?" This simple phrase is more likely to return your entire workplace to a more peaceful atmosphere than almost anything else. Reaching out to those around you encourages them to work through their emotions. Pro tip: listen more than you speak. This is why you have 2 ears and only 1 mouth. Sometimes the best way to diffuse an emotional or tense situation is to let the other person vent and describe how they're feeling right now. When they've got it off their chest and feel heard, clarity of thought and solutions can begin to surface. 4. How available are you? Establish a habit of connecting with those around you. Maintaining good relationships makes it easier to be open about your emotions when things come up. When you demonstrate openness, it also allows others to open up too, and creates trust. This means they'll feel they can come to you before things blow up. After all, the best way to keep heavy emotion out of the workplace is to keep it from igniting in the first place. Till the next time.